Hey gamers, I am Cybersnag7, hope we're all well and welcome back to yet another monthly update pickup video from the Snake Pit, and it's great to be back with another video. Liking these monthly format videos, for me it's working at the moment. It gives me time to obviously prepare to do these videos because at the moment work is just mental. It's really ramped up, so I'm quite tired in a week, so I just don't get no chance at all to realistically do any content. I'd love to, but it's just not going to happen. So as I say, welcome back, and we have a right old little collection for you this month. Bit of obviously vinyl, of course, bit of Switch, bit of Saturn, bit of GameCube, bit of Super Nintendo, even a player's guide, and something special I'm going to unbox, which has arrived today. So I'm not going to really beat around the bush with the pickup video this month. I want to try and slim it down. I don't want to be really going over 40 odd minutes because, you know, a lot of people really can't sit there and watch a 40-minute video nowadays. They haven't got the time. So I want to try and slim it down as much as I can. So I'm just going to get straight on with the pickup video. What have I done this month? I haven't done a lot. I've just been working. So there's no point talking about what I've done this month. Have I played any games? I'm going to go into that shortly, of course. But let's crack on. As per usual, I'm going to start with the vinyl that I picked up well into last year. I've got a lot of vinyl. So I'll just crack on and show you what I picked up. So firstly, we'll start with the data disc, another 3 into the data disc collection, which a lot of people have seen and have probably got. To be honest, I don't think a lot of people really collect these data disc vinyls anymore. I don't really hear a lot of people talking about them. It's just like one big phase and it's just faded out, but thankfully I continued because I do like to collect obviously the vinyls, which you know by now. Anyway, enough yak. Let's crack on and show you the first vinyls. So, number 18 is Thunder Force 4, or as I like to call it, Lightning Force, the American version. Absolutely fantastic soundtrack this is. Beautiful cover art. A lot of tracks on this album. Sorry about that Halo ring there. But this one is opened. I've actually played this one. And this is the special edition one. This is a two-tone. You got black, white and blue. And the other one's blue and white, which is a really, really nice vinyl set. I'm not really too fussed about getting the limited editions. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, then I'll just get the solid colour ones. It works for me. As long as I've got the vinyl, that's all I'm bothered about. So that's, of course, Thunder Force 4, aka Lightning Force. Absolutely fantastic soundtrack. Next one is an absolute Saturn classic. I haven't even opened this one. This one is the special edition, I know that for a fact. But this one is number 19, and this is, of course, Radiant Silvergun. I'm sorry about the shine because this is still sealed. Absolutely awesome soundtrack this is. This one comes with a sticker set, which is really quite nice, and of course you've got the data disc little sticker there. But I love the sticker set for this. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely one of the better soundtracks from data discs that they brought out. So that is number 19. That is, of course, the classic Radiant Silvergun for the Sega Saturn. And finally, for this month for the data disc, we have a Mega Drive Classic. This one hasn't been opened, and this is number 20, and this is an awesome game. I absolutely loved this back in the day. And this is, of course, Alien Storm. Fantastic cover on this. It's got like an embossed cover where the aliens stick out of the cover. It's really, really nice. This one I think is a standard edition. I wouldn't know because I haven't opened it. It's been that long since I've bought it, and you know. But yet another Sega Mega Drive classic soundtrack, and awesome to have in the collection. So that's number 20, and that is of course the classic Alien Storm. Now we're going to move on to some really nice vinyl. Of course I love my Street Fighter, and these, as soon as I seen these, I was all over this. Absolutely had to have these. Now the first one was released by a company called, in fact, all 4 of these come from Laced Records. And they're a really good company. They do some fantastic vinyls. I really missed out on the Resident Evil collection because they brought out the coloured vinyls, and I literally forgot about them. I've got about 3 or 4 vinyls for the Resident Evil collection, and I've got one colour and the rest are just standard black. So I've got to be realistic myself. I'm not going to get the coloured vinyls because they're expensive now. So when I do, excuse me, when I do get the Resident Evil vinyls, I'm just going to get in standard black. As long as I've got the soundtrack, I'm happy. But regardless, Street Fighter soundtracks, this one especially, as soon as I seen it, I had to have it. It is absolutely fantastic. Love this. Sold out very, very quickly. But this is, of course, this is Street Fighter 3, the collection. And the artwork on that is, look at that, let me try and get close to you. That is absolutely an awesome artwork on that. It's absolutely superb. Comes in a beautiful box set. And this is obviously a 3 vinyl collection. And I'll just show you the one. So obviously you're getting the covers like that. Inside inlays, absolutely beautiful artwork on there. And of course the vinyl itself are standard blue and white mixed vinyl. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very happy to get this one because this one sold out so quickly. It was a joke. But very, very happy to add this to the collection. And as I say, you cannot beat fighting game soundtracks. Absolutely awesome. So there is the unbelievably fantastic, and the artwork, as I say, artwork on the actual box for itself is absolutely awesome. That is Street Fighter 3, the ultimate soundtrack. Absolutely fantastic. Then moving on to 3 of probably the most celebrated Street Fighter games from, obviously, of course, Street Fighter 2. And that is Street Fighter Alpha. And these I got immediately as soon as I seen they were pre-ordered, because they're fairly cheap when you pre-order them, about £33. But once they go out of stock, that's it. They're 3 or 4 times the price. It's ridiculous. So, firstly, I'm not going to take these out because they're a bit of a ball like to take out the covers. But firstly, I have, of course, Street Fighter Alpha, the very first Street Fighter Alpha. Look at it again. The artwork on these, absolutely fantastic. And this is the coloured vinyl variant, of course. I'm not too sure what colour the vinyl is. I think this is oh, let's just get it out. And it's a double vinyl, of course. This is a double vinyl. Yet again, I love the artwork on these, on the inlays. The Laced Records inlays alone, the artwork is absolutely amazing. But this variant is a pink. There you go. This is a pink and white, like, mixed variant. But an absolutely amazing soundtrack. I just can't, Street Fighter and music go together. I swear, they really do. But unbelievable soundtrack, absolutely fantastic artwork, and very, very happy to own this one. But that ain't the only one, because of course we have Street Fighter Alpha 2, and yet again, amazing artwork on there, beautiful artwork, front and rear. That is obviously the black and white of the front, but yet again, this is a coloured variant vinyl. And this one, if I'm correct in saying, it might be blue, I might be wrong, but awesome. There you go, absolutely fantastic artwork. And the colour of this one is, it is a blue and white wash effect. So really happy to add that one. And awesome 2 soundtracks, of course, especially for this Street Fighter series. But I think I've got mostly every Street Fighter soundtrack now. That's Street Fighter 3. I've got, obviously, the last one I'm going to show you, which will complete the Alpha series. I've got the original Street Fighter 2 soundtrack, which I'm assuming I've showed you. This was the very first one I bought from this company, and it sold out like hotcakes, and it's absolutely superb, the original Street Fighter soundtrack. If you ever managed to get this, fair play to you, pick it up, it's absolutely beautiful. But I'm sure I showed that before. Anyway, finally, the 3rd and final instalment to the Street Fighter Alpha series soundtrack, and that is, of course, the Street Fighter Alpha 3. And yet again, artwork is awesome on this, beautiful. And this is like a thicker, obviously, one, because this has got a triple album. So let's have a look at this one. What colour variant is this? Yet again, artwork, there you go, Zangief on there, absolutely superb. And the colour variant on this one is a deep purple wash. Really, really nice. But these, as I say, they sold out in days. I mean, probably hours. They're literally so difficult to get nowadays. And I'm very lucky. As soon as they're new, because these usually pre-order these a good 6 months in advance. So they give you time to buy them. And as I say, they're very, very cheap to buy when you pre-order them. £33 is nothing really. But once they're gone, and then they're like 3 times the price. It's ridiculous. So there you go. That is the complete Street Fighter Alpha collection on vinyl. So very, very happy about that. So there you go. This month's vinyl done and dusted, out of the way. And what we'll do, we continue with the Street Fighter theme, because, of course, as you can see in the background on the TV, I have Street Fighter Alpha 3. Now, I've got to blame Champion 2D Rob, who went on to a stream with Game Zone Bird Room, and he was talking about the Sega Saturn and the collections they've got, and it just basically made me get my Sega Saturn out again, plug it in, have a go, and then end up buying this Street Fighter Alpha 3. It's definitely, I've got 2 original games. The rest are copies, I ain't going to deny that. But this deserved an original copy. It ain't cheap. I'm really, really happy to add this to the collection, because it is by far one of the greatest beat-em-ups out there. So I will be now having to pick up the other 2, 1 and 2, to complete the trilogy. But I think that'll be it. Because I don't really want to go overboard with spending on the Saturn. I'm quite happy with the dirty copies, let's call it, of games, because, as I say, the prices are astronomical. And it's not a collection I really want to devote to. It's some games I want, and some games I'm happy to have as a moody copy, let's call it that. So, but yeah, absolutely awesome to have this. This I have been playing for the last 2-3 days. Absolutely love this game. But there you go. Great to have this in the collection, and definitely one of 4 originals I'm only going to own on the Sega Saturn. So that can go back there on the back. Now, before we go any further with games, let's talk about what it's playing on, because as you can see, it's a brand new TV. Now, last month, if you checked my video last month, you seen I had a smaller blue retro TV, and it had a built-in video recorder, which was quite good. I gotta admit, I did like it, but it just didn't fit the room. It just didn't. It stuck out like a sore thumb as far as I was concerned. I just didn't like it, and I wanted to go back to having a Bang & Olufsen TV, but I didn't want an MX4000 or an MX7000, because the backs on them are ridiculously big. I just haven't got that kind of room anymore. So I was trying to look for a decent Bang & Olufsen that I could have in my room, and obviously it won't take up too much space. And I come across this one, which is the BioVision 6, and this is a 24-inch Bang & Olufsen TV, but it's like super thin. It's about that thin, but absolutely beautiful TV. Cheapest chips. Well, I say that, it wasn't really, because these are, it's got glass front. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful set. I think I paid about 80 quid for this. But the thing is, I was watching them on YouTube, on eBay. They're reasonably priced, but trying to get one sent to your house, because I couldn't pick it up. I can't pick it up. I got no way of transporting them. They was asking stupid money for delivery. And then I just stumbled on this one, and he wanted £80 for this, but he said, I'll deliver it anywhere in the UK for 80 quid. And I thought, you know what, do it. So I had it, got this, and then of course I had to buy one of these separately, which cost me £40, which yet again, this is technically usually dearer than the TVs, but absolutely chuffed to bits to get this. But absolutely beautiful TV, picture quality is brilliant, sound brilliant on it, very, very basic. The only issue I've had is all my retro consoles connect to it, but the Super Nintendo is a right pain in the anus. Let me put it that way. You connect it and the screen's everywhere, and I've got to go into my master settings to move the screen to be able to play the Super Nintendo. Everything else straight through, no problems, apart from the Super Nintendo. So that's an absolute ball ache. could do without that. But regardless, absolutely fantastic TV. BioVision 6, 24 inch. It's never leaving the house. The perfect retro TV for me. Absolutely love it. So there we go. That is the one and only peripheral for the month. Now, moving on quickly. I'll just dash through the PS5 game that I picked up. 6 hours loading time. And let's have a look what we got. No, I ain't going to bother because my joypad's over there. Nobody's going to be interested in this game, apart from a few people. But there we go. Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I've got the Steelbook version. That come today. And it's been uploading away all day long. Now I've got this on the PS5. I'm going to lose myself. I'm running it for days and days, months. The last one I was on it 6 months every day. Every single day. So I'm either going to get no sleep or I just don't know how it's going to work out. But I'm going to absolutely love this game. I like the last one. In fact, I love the last one. So I'm hoping this is going to be just as good. But that's it. That's the quick look at Modern Warfare 2. Enough said about that, because I know there's not many people out there that really want to talk about PS5 and blah blah and retro modern consoles and all that. So, another GameCube added to the collection. Another console connected to this. Won't blooming work. I've got to sort out my connections. When it comes on, I got a grey screen and I got my sound but no picture. So I just don't know what's going on with Nintendo consoles and this TV. Ugh, pain. Regardless, one I've been after to add to the collection again, and this one's quite pricey. So I just literally fell on my feet with it and found it for 40 quid. And this is the single standard version. It's not the one with the extra disc in. I really weren't too bothered about that. And there's nothing to write home about on the extra disc anyway, so it's not, I ain't really bothered. But I got this for £40, and that is the Mario Kart Double Dash. Really happy to add that to the collection. Slowly chipping away at the NTSC ones, because as I say, I sold all my PAL and I just wanted NTSC and only a certain few games. And I've got about 4 or 5 to get, and I'm done. I'm happy. My GameCube collection is done. But well happy to pick that up for the price it is, because this goes for stupid money. £70, £100 with the extra disc. I'd say the extra disc it's irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. I just don't understand. You know, if you want demos, fair play, but no, not for me. I want to play the game itself. So happy to add that to the collection, and that is of course the Mario Kart Double Dash, another NTSC classic to add to the collection. Right, Super Nintendo. I don't think I mentioned that. I got another one to add to the collection, and this is another one to the RPG set I've been after. As I said, there's only probably about 5 RPGs that I want. I got rid of Earthbound. What's done is done. I'm never going to get it back. To be honest, yeah, I'd have loved it as a centrepiece again. I regret getting rid of it. I ain't going to lie there. I ain't going to lie about that. It's worth like 5 times as much as I sold it for now. But money don't come into it. Screw the money. I don't care about that. It's the game. But obviously, I do regret not having it, so I could look at it on the shelf and say, yeah, I've got the centrepiece to my collection, the Earthbound. But it is what it is. Get over yourself. Move on. And I'll just play it on any other format. Don't bother me. But as I say, there are a couple of reasonable priced RPGs that I do want to add to the collection. And this one was one of them, which I really wanted. I think I paid about 80 quid for this. And it's fully complete. And that is the Illusion of Gaia. Really, really nice condition. I'll whop this out for you. Really, really nice condition. I mean, this is in fantastic condition. You know me by now. Me and my Super Nintendo games. If they ain't 9 out of 10, they've got to be 10 out of 10. It's as simple as that. It's very rare that I pick up a game and it's, you know, the quality's... I just can't do it, because I'm buying them literally to keep them and to preserve the Super Nintendo games, because that's what I'm like. That's what I like to do. Now, this is kind of a weird thing, because it's the Nintendo Power Handbook / instruction manual, which is really weird, but full colour, tells you everything and what you need to know about how to play this RPG, which I need because I'm bloody useless at RPGs anyway. What else do we have? Of course, we have the map, and then we have obviously advertisements. I'm not opening these up because they're all in pristine nick. And then of course we have the main attraction, which is the cartridge with its dust cover. Really nice front on there, nice and shiny, no blemishes. I've cleaned the cart already. I'll take these apart and clean them as soon as I get them anyway. But yeah, as you can see, absolutely beautiful looking cart. No problemo, as per usual. Only the best for the Snake, only the best. Especially with the Super Nintendo, that's a fact. But there we have it. Yet another really nice game added to the collection. As I say, there ain't many RPGs that I really want to add to the collection. Literally 5 in total. What are they? It's Chrono Trigger, Illusion of Gaia. I can't think. I did have obviously Earthbound, which I've got rid of. Secret of Evermore. Oh God, I can't think there's one there. It's up there somewhere. It's the like the pseudo brain fart again. I'll forget it. Anyway, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 RPGs, so technically I really want the 2 Final Fantasies. Once I get the 2 Final Fantasies, RPG's done. End of. But there you go. Another superb addition to the Super Nintendo collection. That's building up quite nicely. I'll have to do probably a new revamp video and show you the collection all over again. I love doing that. I haven't done that for a good couple of years. So I'll show you all my Super Nintendo collection once again. Probably later in, or into next year now. Because I've got plenty going on. Obviously this room's going to be starting soon. So I'm going to probably do a little vlog on that. And how this room progresses from the way it is to the way it's going to become. Because once I've changed it, it's staying like it forever. I promise you. Okay? That's it. But, there we go. The Super Nintendo cracking game, The Illusion of Gaia. Right, so, one more thing before the final event, and it's a player's guide. I love my player's guide, especially I love hardback vinyl, hardback cover editions. Now, I've been playing this game for ages. There's 2 volumes of this coming out, and the first volume came out last week, which I totally forgot about. The other volume, no doubt, will be out next month. But this is the Elden Ring. This is the Lands Between Elden Ring Volume 1. And as you can see, it's still sealed. Beautiful volume. Love the Elden Ring game. But anything like this, especially where it's like the Dark Souls. I've got all the Dark Souls hardback editions. Absolutely love them. Demon Souls, everything like that. And so I had to get, of course, the Elden Ring Player's Guides, which I absolutely love. And I will be undoing this. But I do and will be getting part 2 very soon, probably next month, I think. So that'd be great to have those in the collection. But it's very far and few between that I do pick up Player's Guides now. Unless that's to do with anything like the Dark Souls series or obviously, of course, Elden Ring. So, well, happy to have that. So that was a quick how do you do at the Player's Guide for Elden Ring, part 1. Okay, finally we're here. And these 3 games, the first one I'm going to show you, I honestly never thought I'd ever get. Because I picked them up on the... What did I pick them up on? I picked the box set up years ago on the... Is it... I can't think what it was now. Brain fart again. I tell you, I'm getting old. I'm 50, man. Give me a break. Is it the Switch? Not the Switch. What's the one before the bloody Switch? Anyway, the console before the Switch. I'm just going to leave it at that because I can't be asked to think. If it pops in my head while I'm talking about it, I'll remind you. But anyway, they re-released these games on the Switch. And of course, in Japan, they released it as a double pack, which was the only way you could get the first game as a physical game. You couldn't get it over here as a physical. You had to buy the second one and get a code for the first one. And I hated it. I didn't want it until I was able to get a physical. But the box set I'm going to talk about now, I wanted for a long time. Alex Nintendo Arcade's had it for a good couple of years. And this thing is stupid money. But it's still expensive, put it this way. But it was from a UK buyer, which I fell on my feet with. And I'll let you know, it's 200 quid. £200 compared to, you look on eBay and check out, once I've showed you what this is, you'll think, yeah, £200 a good price. But really happy to get this because of what's now underneath it and turned up today. 25 minutes. I'm going to try and make it just over half an hour, I promise you. Anyway, without further ado, it's something I've been after for a while, never thought I'd get, and absolutely needed this in the collection, and it's kind of just fate. I've got this, and a week later, the new ones come out. But what we're talking about? We're talking about the Bayonetta Climax Edition. This is the double edition from Japan, and this is in absolutely amazing, I mean amazing condition. This is absolutely superb. And take the top off, and we'll have a ganzer inside if we can get the top off, that is. There we go. And of course you've got the Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 1, and then of course you've got the Steelbook. Now the Steelbook of course houses the 2 physical versions of the game. Now they are coming out, the Bayonetta 1 is coming out PAL, physical now, but for me I wanted this because of what I've got to show you next. But you got the stickers in there of course, and then you've got the special playing cards behind, which I'm never going to open. They're like spell cards. But yeah, when I seen this, I just couldn't get my head around it, and I was very, very happy to have picked this up for the price that I paid, £200. I'm going to say all day long, £200 is a bargain compared to what you're paying on eBay. Honestly, it's ridiculous. But well happy to have this in the collection. So there you go. Another fantastic box set for the Switch added to the collection. I've got a few more games, but I've just held them back for next month now, so I could just get this one out of the way. But absolutely awesome. And there it is. That is the Bayonetta, the Climax Edition, the double pack. Absolutely chuffed to have that. Right. Finally, let's finish my pop off. We have a box. Yes, we have a box. And within this box is something I've been waiting 7 years for. Let's just get that right. 7 years since the last one. Weirdly, we know what we're talking about. We're talking about what I just showed you. 7 years since the sequel, and now it's appeared at last. So if I've got the box set for that one, I have to have the box set for the third one, and you know what I'm talking about now, of course. Where I'm not going to talk anymore, I'm just going to try and break into this box and get it out and show you guys what it is, because I thought I'd save this till last and do a live unboxing so you see what I see. Absolutely love it. Right, get rid of that, get rid of that. Wow! Oh my God, I did not know it was going to be this big. Jesus! Right, firstly, we have a poster. And if you can look there, you can kind of see who it is. Can you see who it is? Well, I'm keeping the poster as it is, but this is a beast. And I did not know it was going to be this big. Right. Oh, wow. That is awesome. That is absolutely amazing. It looks... I don't even want to undo it. Right, you ready for this? Here we go. This is Bayonetta 3, the Trilogy Masquerade Edition. Look at the size of that beast. That is huge. I cannot believe how big this thing is. It is absolutely immense. Man, I'm so chuffed about that. I mean, look at that. Let's try and get these up together. Now, you got to say that they are what you call a couple of classy box sets, aren't they? They are superb. But, oh my goodness me, that is amazing. I am so happy with that. Detail on that is just absolutely outstanding. Absolutely superb. Man, I'm well happy with that. Lovely embossed Bayonetta herself on there. That is so nice. Now, let me see if I can get into this without actually ruining it. Oh, hang on. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. I can get into it. See, it's nice, but it's not like that where you can lift the lid off. This has got like a slide out. So you can slide it out from the side. So I'm going to try and undo this without ruining it. Right, 1 second. I will try my darndest to do it. Excuse me for a second, please do bear with me. And we're in. Okay, so we've got to have a look in this, haven't we? We've got to find out what's in this. So let's got a bit of a dink in the corner, which is a bit of a shit right there. I'm not happy about that, but what are you going to do? Anyway, let's have a look what's inside. So slide this out. Wowzers. Okay, so that's what you see. So firstly, of course, we have the game itself, which is, of course, Bayonetta 3, still sealed, which will be unsealed shortly. Sorry about the glare on that, guys. But standard Switch game, of course. Now, this is the PAL variant. This is not the Japanese one. I have to hasten to mention that. Now, in here, I know it's in there. You got all collector's cards and postcards and things like that. I do not want to take them out. I'm going to be, that's it. What you see is what you get. I'm not taking them out. Now, is there anything else in here? And there is. And there we go. So, technically, you do have the Bayonetta art book. Let me try and take that out. Now, that looks absolutely beautiful. It's like, it's not hardback. It's like a flimsy one, but as you can see, it's really difficult to see. But on there, it's got the Bayonetta artwork, the art of Bayonetta 3, which is absolutely going to be a fantastic read. I'm going to definitely have a read through that. Get that open. But there we have it, guys. That's it. I'm not going to take too much time on it because, as I say, what I'm into now, 31 minutes, exactly where I want it to be. But boy, oh boy, I am absolutely made up with this. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe how good this thing is. And if you haven't pre-ordered this, get it while you can, because I can guarantee you, this thing is going to go through the roof, especially if you've got the other editions. But, oh man, I'm so happy with this. Let's get that closed up. And there we have it. That is absolutely awesome. So there he is. Bayonetta 3, the Bayonetta 3 Trinity Masquerade Edition. That is unbelievable. Absolutely well happy with that. Apart from that dink in the corner, which I'm pretty peed about. But what are you going to do, eh? It's typical, that is. Regardless, well happy with that. So there we go, guys. The Bayonetta trilogy is complete. And I'm really looking forward to going to be playing that. But as I say, I can't play that until I've played the other two. So I'm going to go through the entire series, 1, 2, 3. End of story. That's the way it's going to be. But there we have it. There is another monthly pickup video from the Snake Pit, from me, Cyber Snake 7. And hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's just the right amount of time for you to have stayed till the end. Now, there's a channel I want to shout out, and I want to give him a quick shout out, and that's Retro Import Gamer. I've been watching his videos lately. Really great guy. He's a local guy. I know that for a fact, but I don't know where he lives. So if he watches this video, let me know. Because I know he goes around with the Retro Bear on these little retro tours to the local gaming shops around Birmingham. So, so let me know if you are a local boy. But I watched a recent video of his about a console he's got back in his collection. Third time lucky. Hopefully he doesn't get rid of it this time. But it's a console that you have to have if you're a retro collector. It's an expensive model. It is. There's no two ways about it. And it's an expensive game if you want this in your collection. But if you can get it and you can buy affordable games for it, it's an absolute must. So go check his video out. I'll try and leave a link to Retro Gaming Importer. Is it Retro Import Gamer? Down below. I will try my damnedest to leave a link to go to his channel. Please check his video out and check his channel out and give him some subs. Let's do that. That's what it's all about. Also, obviously, the Retro 5, give them a quick shout out. Link below if I can get the links working. I'm bloody useless at that. Alex, Arcade Archives, go check his videos out. He's got a new venture on the go. Really, really great. Just a great turnaround for that guy. I just wish him the best. And that's it, guys. I'm going to leave it there. You had enough for me for another month. I have got plenty to come. I do have, I'll keep on saying it, I do have Neo Geo videos to show you. I do have update videos. I do have my Commodore 64 to show you. I'll get there. But with the amount of pickups that I've got, I think at the moment, doing what I'm doing, monthly videos. Once all these are out of the way, I can get on with other things. But until then, I'm just going to keep this format as it is. Plenty more to come, plenty more vinyl, plenty more Switch, plenty more Super Nintendo. It's all coming in the next pickup video next month. So until then, thank you for watching. Please do like, thumbs up, subscribe if you like what you see. And as per usual, I am CyberSnake7. And remember, keep playing, but always keep watching. All the best.